Good morning and happy Wednesday. It's been a little bit since we chatted, and I just wanted to hop on and talk a little bit about what happened to the world last Friday when seemingly a lot of businesses couldn't function. Airlines couldn't function due to the CrowdStrike software. It really debilitated a lot of industries, and obviously travel being one of the biggest ones. And so many people are like, oh my gosh, that's so awful. You know, I was fortunate. I didn't have anybody traveling on that day. I did have somebody coming back on Saturday, and thankfully their flight made it, so that was great. And I had somebody going out on Sunday morning, and we were good. And I have, some people traveling at the end of this week, and so we're, really praying that everything goes well there. But a lot of people have just said, like, what do you do? And so I just wanted to give a really quick, I'm going to try to give a really quick synopsis of kind of how to handle that if you're in the middle of that, right? So you are, whether you're at an airport, you're at a connecting flight, you're going to miss your connecting flight, you're going to miss your departure, because things get canceled. Like, what do you do? How do you reschedule? The biggest thing is if you're at the airport, especially, you got to get in line. But while you're in line waiting to talk to an agent, try to get on the phone, try to get on the chat, open up your phone. A lot of the major carriers have, contact us and get in the queue, get on the queue on the phone. I mean, there have been times where I've been on the phone, my husband's been on the phone, and we're standing in line because you want to get there before everybody else behind you gets there, because they're going to be taking up the same, flight that's available for the next day, or for later on that day. And so it's really important to just get in front of somebody, get in front of a chat, get in front of a phone, get in front of the counter. We were recently on a flight coming back from Alaska, and we were sitting on the runway, and in my gut, I knew this flight was not going to take off. And it's dark, and it's 11:30 at night, and it was our second plane of the night. We had already deplaned one for mechanical failures, and maybe I'm getting a little jaded, but I just had a feeling this is not going to be a thing. I called United before the flight even canceled that I was sitting on the runway ready to take off, and I made sure I got in the queue. And I'm on the phone, the lady answers, and I'm thinking, oh crap, this flight hasn't even canceled yet. And I said to the agent, I'm on a plane, I believe that this is going to cancel, and I would like you to protect me on the next flight because there wasn't one going out until the next day at noon. And she's like, ma'am, the flight hasn't canceled yet. I said, can you please just look into it? Can you please look and see if that's something you can do? She's like, okay, let me talk to a supervisor. And while we were on hold, the captain came on and said, well, folks, I hate to tell this to you, but the flight is going to cancel. We found another mechanical error, and now we've timed out as pilots. So even if they had another plane at this time, it's, after midnight, we wouldn't be able to fly you. I'm already on the phone. I'm already on the queue. And at that same time, the agent came back and I said, they just canceled the flight. Let's take care of this. And she said, actually, we just found that out, and I'm already in the process of doing it. So I'm on a plane with 100 and some other people that all need to get to the same destination, right? We were all in Houston trying to get to Pittsburgh. There was only 2 flights the next day going out. I'm already on the phone, and I'm already reconfirmed to be on that next flight. So all of that to say, just a little tip. That's just my little friendly tip for the day. That if you find yourself in a situation where you're either at the airport, your flight has canceled, do yourself a favor, get in front of somebody right away, get on the phone, do multiple ways until you get somebody. That's my tip. And I'll give my little plug. If you're using a professional, a travel advisor, a lot of times that's what we do, right? Like, you're at the airport, so you can sometimes make things happen a little bit better, but I can be on the background having your back. I can be on the phone. You can be on the phone, whoever gets there first. But that is definitely a perk to using a travel advisor. That's a lot of what I do. When the world goes, shuts down, I'm trying to figure out, how can I get you home? How can I get you to where you're going? So that's my little tip and plug for the day. Have a great day.